It is the last map, guys. Are you ready? ZVZ to the bottom left. We have our player for Team MVP. It is
MVP, Dongregu.
It is DRG, the Zerg player, the star player for the MVP team. Yesterday it was not his day. He lost to MC. Today he has a final chance to go to Busan to play in the GSTL finals. He has to defeat the strongest player of the FXO team. Starting to the top right in the blue, we have
FXO, Lino.
Now, if there was any question in your mind that Linok could do this, guess what? He is already here. He is in the final game, game number 9. He's got that same look on his face as he did when he stepped into the booth at the first time.
And just think about the first game that we've seen today from him against Tails. This crazy, crazy game on Whirlwind. It was so close. Tails was inches away of defeating his opponent. The Overlords snuggling in the middle of the map once again. And then they're going for the scouts.
They are.
What are they going to do here? We have no cheese, no early pools, no
Hatch.
10 pools,
Yeah.
nothing. Both of them with the same build, both of them going for the hatch
Nothing
first.
dirty. Hatch first versus Hatch first. Both of them doing the exact same build here.
The Gombis are stepping into the booth probably before the match has started. And guys, okay, I want a clean fight.
Yeah, that's probably what they're doing, man. And you know what? If you need any reminder that Dongregu really values his hometown, he really wants to go to Busan, look at his ID. It's Dongregu. That's where he's from. That's his ID. That's what we call him. Based on his home area, where he's from, he wants to go there. He wants to bring his team there. It's all up to him right now. This is so tense. The atmosphere is sick.
I talked with the MVP coach about yesterday's games against MC, and he said after the first game things were just spiraled out of control. The DRG was a bit nervous about how things played in the first map. He felt like he should have won the game, and then he lost. And from this point on, he might have been a little bit scared. And today, MVP, they were ahead. They were ahead in the GSTL semi-final, but FXO and especially Linok, they were able to tie the things up. And now DRG once again has to get into the mindset where he knows, okay, I can win this. I have to play it straight, but I can take him down. Linok, on the other hand, he came through for his team over and over again. Will he be able to do it again today? Will they finally be able to advance to the finals? Last time, they were not able to go to Las Vegas. Today, they want to go to Busan.
The same could be said of Dongregu's team. They were not able to advance. They were in the semifinals last time. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better semifinal, so I want to stress that. We do see Dongregu with a slight lead on his metabolic boost research, but Linok has an additional drone. He's had it for some time. Right now, the drone count's evening up. The Queen's going to pop out for both players at the exact same time. They're going to be able to hit that first inject, kick things into high gear. Baneling Nest first for Linok. Dongregu will likely add one very soon as well. Not going to cut that corner. Not in the final match. Not in the ZVZ where you can die if your opponent goes for an attack and you're not ready.
You have to bring your A game here. One mistake, especially in the ZVZ, and you might lose the game. Linok with the Baneling Nest first, as Wolf pointed out. The Overlords are in position. Both of these players are scouting, are trying to get a good idea of what exactly is going on. They know they both started with a hatch first, and in the ZVZ, every single decision matters. On Lair Tech, we so often see Spire. We have, of course, Infestation Pits as well. Who is going for the Spire? Who builds the Infestation Pit? And especially on Atlantis Spaceship, a lot of Zergling aggression over and over. We've seen such great games just recently with a lot of Zerg and Baneling attacks in the early mid-game. And this is something that we might just see once again. Well, Linok is now going for the Spine Crawler, will play it a little bit more defensive, will use those Banelings more defensive than going for the attack.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what the nest, you have to make the nest no matter what. And look at this block here by Dongregu. Will not let scouts get in, but as a result, he may lose a drone and does lose one.
He loses the drone. Linok knows he cannot go up this ramp. He sees the Queen, he sees the Zerglings, goes straight for the economy, and now MVP Dongregu with double Evolution Chamber.
Double Evo Chamber. This is not usually seen this early in ZVZ, but on a map like this where there's a lot of time, you can see that. Now, Linok's choice is triple gas with the Lair. Now, triple gas, that may be Mutas. That may be heavy Mutas.
This can mean a lot for Linok right now, but of course DRG, he looks like he does not want to tech too early. He is actually going for both upgrades for the Zerglings.
And you know what that means? That means he's looking for the late game. He wants to play the long one here. He wants to have those upgrades when they're important. But with the upgrades for the Zerglings, that may mean that he's going to see some. We're going to see something that like Freaky does.
Oh my God!
at the worst possible time. He needs to get those drones out of there. All right, a nice defense. That was a close call.
Lenox with the best timing ever. As soon as DRG tries to reposition the Spinecrawler, he moves in with those two banelings, but not enough damage done just yet. But he is done with his lair tech. And what is it going to be? What is he going to do? Will we see the Spire? There it is.
Spire.
And of course now also for Lenox, very important, if DRG actually starts to cut drones here and starts to attack with +1/+1 timing, he could do a lot of damage.
I think
Bailing and circling control would be everything in this fight.
You're
but
right.
DRG is tagging to tier 2.
I think he's going to get Infestors right away. With the upgrades we see here, I think he's going to get Infestors. Will they be out in time? Will he split them well enough? Will he use them well enough? Will he get the spores that he needs?
He will not have the Infestors in time. That's guaranteed. If Lenox goes for a fast attack with a Mutalisk, then the one thing that DRG cannot count
And the
on.
Ling gets in and sees the lair timing.
He sees the lair timing, but there won't be any Infestors. Look at this. Immediately 6 additional Spine Crawlers just to be on the safe side. He does not want to die to some kind of timing. And if DRG, he needs not only the Infestation Pit, he also needs the Pathogen Glance upgrade.
Yeah, he needs so much here. There it is. Infestation Pit on the production tab. This Overlord is sacked. Does it see a Spire? The answer is no.
Doesn't see anything at all. And the Zerglings trying to take down this third base. Of course, Lenox has to cancel here. But Lenox saved up a lot of money. 1,000, 1,010 Mutalisks will be on their way in just a few seconds. He is not supply blocked.
No, he's not, man. He's got... Donnergu's got offensive banelings here, though, so he's going to be able to protect his own. He's going to have to cancel here. I know it looks like he can maybe defend, but he just will not.
DRG trying to get scouting information, though. He does not even know about the... Does he know about his opponent's Spinecrawlers, though?
He knows now. Sending his banelings right into them.
And here they come, the Lings! And the ramp is blocked, but not well enough. And of course, immediately the Mutalisks take charge of the situation. Take down every single Zergling. The Queen dies nonetheless. But Lenox, he's on the move now. And of course, DRG, he needs anti-air. He needs to pull off something. And there they are. The Spore Crawlers and 3 additional Queens, as he knows perfectly well. Path-dodging Glance and Infestors won't be ready in time.
No, they will not. This game is getting tenser and tenser right now because, like as you said, the spores, they're going up. We have the Mutas picking off Overlords here. He's starting to get supply blocked. And, you know, Lenox at this point, he's got these Mutas. He's got a moment of control here, but Donnergu's got the third. He needs to do something with these Mutas. Having them alone doesn't matter. He has to punish his opponent because if he doesn't, Donnergu's going to have faster Infestors, more energy. He's already getting +2 for his Zerglings. He needs to do something with these Mutas. He needs to do it now. What will he be able to do? He's going to have to find a hole.
He's controlling the map right now. He's preparing for a switch, going for the Ro4 and the Infestation Pit. DRG trying a run by here. Once again, in the Spinecrawlers.
No
Where
block!
are the Banelings? Where's the block? There's nothing. Lenox scouted this. He saw it with the Overlord, but he does not react in time. And this is bad news. He could have blocked the ramp. He could have used the Baneling. He didn't, and now he is in dire straits.
He lost the Queen. He's going for the pool. Some Mutas may save it, but the thing is, he had to send his Mutas home. He sent those Mutas home, and that means that they were not able to do any additional damage, and now Donnergu has 8 Infestors with Pathogen Glands popping out. +2 is finishing up here. His third base is up. It's been up for a while now. He's not mining there, though, sending his drones at this moment as I speak.
DRG making good use of Lenox's small mistake. He could have blocked the ramp with the Queen at the natural. He could have used the Baneling, whatever, but no. The Zerglings running into the base. The Spinecrawlers basically completely useless. Of course, the Overlord's being picked off here. And Lenox has a nice hit force with those Mutalisks, but he needs to make sure that they don't cluster up in when they are engaging with the Infestors. He will not attack his opponent's main base, but he's just preparing for the same composition that DRG is going for now. 69 to 67 Harvesters, both on similar economies.
The concern, of course, now becomes the tech and the Roach counts. Roaches, for both players, you know, they've really skipped on them. So the Roach counts start. Oh wow, these Mutas are actually uncontested. There's no Infestors out. They're not out yet.
The Infestors, they moved out, and Lenox saw his timing, he saw his chance, and walked in, does some damage. Is not getting too greedy here, but the Infestors! No.
Gets 3 Mutas, but he's not going for the drones. He wants to escape here. He values the Mutas' lives over the drones. Oh, he comes back, he changes his mind.
There's another run-by attempt by MVP DRG. He actually has Queens with his composition as well. He's slowly walking over to his opponent's army. And here we have a few banelings. There they are, the infestors that DRG is sending across the map right now. The Mutalisks are on their way home. Lenok trying to get his own infestors, and he has them. But those queens, and of course this is... oh my god.
This is going to be so intense. He's got the queens that are going to do some DPS, but most importantly, all of them at full energy. Yeah. They're going to be used for transfuses, and with these infestors that may catch the mutas right now!
He's sniping them. He's trying to snipe the infestors. He's going for it, but the queens are on the move, and the infestors need to use the energy. At the same time, they need to be very careful that they don't die. Another fungal hits home. The Mutalisks, they die, but still, look at the roaches and also at all these infestors.
Yeah, Lenok has his own defensive infestors now. His opponent has a Zergling Baneling composition, so...
DRG's on the run. Have you ever seen a queen run? No, you haven't.
They don't run, man. With Lenok's defensive infestors here and the concave against pure Baneling Zergling, he can fungal and stop those melee units. He cannot attack here.
The only thing that the queens are accomplishing right now is looking silly. That is all there's to it.
Yeah, you know, they were there because if he didn't get the fungals, look at this, what I'm talking about.
God.
He actually gets all of these melee units, and he cannot afford to lose these right now. The queens were there to maybe kill the mutas, but...
The bank for Lenok. He is 40 supply ahead. DRG is feeling the pressure now. That's
really
for
is.
sure.
He really, really is. Yeah, Lenok lost all the mutas, but we were past the time for mutas.
Wolf, look for the upgrades. +2 attack now for the roaches. While right now MVP is just getting his own roach burn. It just means the queens are in dire straits here. And he also, he retreats, but the queens are all dead. Yep. They are all dead. Every single one of them. And Lenok is on the move. He is actually 50 supply ahead right now. Can DRG hold Lenok? He wants to go to the finals. He wants to go to Busan.
A great fungals. He's got 11 infestors coming out. All of them, of course, with the pathogen glands. That's Dongrigu I'm talking about. He's got the units coming out. He's got spine crawlers set up to defend his 4th base, and he's going to have it before Lenok has his. The Ultralisk Cavern has been made. Dongrigu knows. Making roaches, catching up in Lenok with roaches, it's going to be impossible for him right now. He's got to get something different here. Ultralisks are his choice.
Zerglings with another run-by attempt, but Lenok already spotted it. How is he going to react? He still has queens and spine crawlers in position, also banelings and roaches. DRG won't do damage here, but Lenok is on the move. Spine crawlers are not enough to hold off all of those infested Terrans. He rips them to shreds, and now the roaches are going to town. They're having a field day here, taking apart the spine crawlers and trying to snipe the 4th base, and he's pulling it off. DRG is way too cautious to move out here. He does not want to run into a trap. He knows there are infestors. They're just waiting for him to make a mistake.
Oh, Dongrigu is really in trouble right now. The Ultras are ready, but he has no money. He's at 300, 200. He can't afford them. He's getting tight in his plating and 2 more infestors, but Lenok, he's not stopping the attack. He's not stopping the aggression. His bank is insane. He can trade energy for units all day long. He can trade units for money all day long, and this is what he's doing. Dongrigu is in a lot of trouble right now. He's lost that 4th base, but with his Zerlings, he killed Lennox as well.
Lenok is certainly, snipes the infestors. Yeah, he's feeling the momentum. He's carrying it into this game. DRG has problems facing his opponent, and he lost yesterday. He's probably reminded of exactly the situation that he had against MC. Is he able to turn things around here? Both of them so desperate to go to Busan. And Lenok with a bold statement earlier. He is ready for a reverse all kill. He doesn't even have to do it, but is he able to take down Tails, Lure, and DRG?
Oh, this is... I've got a little bit of a shake here as I'm watching this. Yeah, man, I'm freaking out. Dongrigu is getting these ultras out. He's nearing max. The supply is not that different, but his bank is non-existent. He has one chance, one moment, man. He's not Eminem, but he has this one opportunity. He can't squander it. He has to do damage. He has to kill the army.
He's going for the Hive now as well. That's the one advantage that DRG had so far. His advanced tech. Another evolution chamber is coming as well. Lenok trying to play this safe. DRG is closing the gap in supply. He's going straight for the 170 supply against 190. While we have Lenok adding additional infestors. Infestor count in favor of Dongrigu, 18 to 13.
There's not a single person on the MVP bench who's not on the edge of his seat right now. Everyone is watching. Everyone is tense. The same can be said of the FXOpen bench.
No one is talking.
No one is saying a word. You're so right.
They are on the edge of their seats. This is a nail-biting semi-final. Oh, what a fungal!
Oh, he's got
second!
He takes them out! Oh! What a move by Lenok! I've never seen anything like it!
Oh my god, Lenok What? I don't know.
I'm speechless, man.
How many did he kill? 7?
7 or at least.
Oh,
Dongrygu, though, going for a run by. He's going to kill the base of Leenock.
Leenock is trying to make this happen.
DRG attacking here.
There we go.
Going through. That was his Dongrygu's moment. Does he have enough?
Leenock drops in supply. DRG is ahead in supply, but Leenock, he rebuilds. He has a bank. He has this huge bank. And now Leenock once again on a huge supply lead with 200 guns, 140.
Yeah, man, they say
this is crazy.
They say money can't buy happiness, but it can buy 34, 35 more roaches for Leenock. He is max. He's got a 50 supply lead. Too many Ultralists were lost for Dongrygu here, but he killed Leenock's 4th base. He's got a 4th base of his own. He may be able to make that deficit happen. Leenock no longer has a huge bank. If he can hold on, if he can mine a little bit from this 4th base, this game isn't over. Leenock has a ton of spine cores back at home, but the problem is for him that Dongrygu has no intention of attacking. He just wants to get that economy back up and going.
8 Infestors for DRG, 14 for Leenock, and Leenock is going straight for the Greater Spire right now. He wants Broodlords, and he wants them badly. At the same time, he played so much more cost efficient than his opponent over this duration of this game, and Leenock is on the move once more. The run-by attempt with those Zerglings, that could do a lot of damage, but DRG has to rely on these attacks, and it has been spotted. The Overseer is in position. Leenock, what you gonna do? The 4th base definitely gonna fall. He has to cancel again, but Leenock is done. He's done. He's fed up with this. He's on the move. He's getting fungal, but no fungal on those Infestors. Now he hits one, and he will hit the second one as well. Just look at this fight, guys. So many Infestor towers. Roaches on the move.
He doesn't kill the Roaches, and the Roaches' DPS is still there. The Ultras are low. So are the Roaches. A great fungal here, but the Infestors are still alive. The Ultras are starting to fall. The counterattack goes off, but that's exactly what Leenock predicted with the spines. He gets into the main. A little bit of indecision here from Dongrygu. A great fungal traps those Zerglings.
Well done by Leenock. DRG dropping behind 100 supply, and so many Infestors left for Leenock. He has 13. DRG does not have a single Infestor. The Roaches move in at the 3rd base. They move in at one of the last mining bases. Actually, the last mining base for DRG. They try to make this happen. Leenock has no money left. He's at 100 minerals, 400 gas, but he certainly has the army. 87 army supply against 41. Leenock in the lead, trying to snipe the Ultralists. Yes, Earthlings are trying to back them up.
He's trapped him, and he's got an Overseer here. He can't just burrow. He's going to take out the last of these Roaches. 2 more Ultralists on the way for Dongrygu. That's what he spent his rainy day fund on, because he has no real backup plan here. The worker count 42 to 44, basically dead even right now.
The 4th base though is nearly gone for DRG. It is nearly dead. He defends it though. Leenock has no 4th base.
Exactly. He's long distance mining from there.
17 Infestors. 18 Infestors. He can move there. He can trade energy for money.
He's going out with them. This is the best possible unit composition to have in a no-money situation, is a unit that has energy, a unit that is a caster that can make units without money. Without money, he will attack this base. He's going for it.
No way.
Here we go. He doesn't even have to use all of his energy. He will target this down. The Infestor Terrans on +2, and they take the hatchery down, as well as the drones here.
Leenock has to be so careful that he doesn't lose this, but look at the supply for DRG. He's plummeting down. He's feeling the pressure here. DRG, Leenock has him on the ropes. The Zerg player for FXO, their star player, the best player in the lineup. He takes down Tails, he takes down Lure, and now DRG
look at him in the booth
probably going to face the same fate. He's already like, look at
him in the booth, man. He knows. He looks like his entire life has been taken away from him in front of his eyes. You can see he's moving, but he's not. I mean, he's making actions, but he's not making actions. He knows that this game is no longer in his hands. He's got no backup plan. It's 19 Infestors to 3 Infestors. He's doubling his worker count as well. Dongrygu, he really wanted to go to Busan. He had 2 chances, and he loses both of them. You really got a feel for him here. A great fungal, though, on top of these. And the Infestors can't fight Ultras alone. He drops Infested Terrans.
Oh, he fungals them. They don't care. They just move through those fungals. And, of course, now another one. They still receive the damage. He's moving back into the safety of those Infested Terrans and needs to 102 supply for Leenock. The mining against 64 supply for DRG. The army supply is 38 against 73 in favor of the FXO Zerg.
Ultras,
and he's moving in.
Yeah, Ultras on the middle of the map, but there's so many spines. He can't make this work. Snipes one of the Ultras with some Zerglings. He's going to get some Infestors, but it's not enough. The last choice for Dongregoo back at home goes down. The last one on the map looks like it's going to fall here as well.
And
Can
here
kill it
they
with
are.
drones.
Infested Terrans, the drones, they take it down. The Ultra is nice to go. The Hedge survives. The Hedge survives.
Patch with 27 hit points.
Loses his own base, the last mining base. He's down to 14 supply. FXO is going to the finals.
They
this
certainly
is
are.
It. The only thing that's left for DRG is one Infest and two Zerglings, and they are not gonna win him the game. Lenok is on the move. He's a happy panda. On the other hand, we have DRG. This is so tragic to him. He lost yesterday to MC, and now MVP is on. They are down for the count, and he's not gonna stand up again.
Dongregoo, the name of the town in Busan he is from, and unfortunately, he's not going to be visiting it anytime soon. As Lenok takes out the natural, he's got more roaches and infestors rallied across the map. All that's left for him is to walk up that ramp and take what he has earned. Takes what is his. GG!
Lenok, he does it, and the FXO team, oh my god, he defeats 3 players. Just look at them. This is crazy.
What a win! What a day of matches. Dongregoo is crushed in the booth.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Not only for FXO, but DRG. Oh wow, losing the code as semifinals and then losing in such a fashion. I think Choya is crying. Look at Choya. Look at Choya.
Look at Dongregoo as well. The coach giving him, touching his shoulders there, trying to cheer him up. There's nothing he can say to him to make him feel better.
Seriously, I mean, congratulations to FXO here. Congratulations to Lenok. But go on Twitter and make sure that you tweet at MVP Dongregoo and send them something to cheer him up.
Yeah, please
send him a tweet, cheer him up. This guy is such a great player, such an amazing player.
And do the same for Lenok. Cheer him on, congratulate him.
FXO Lenok is his Twitter.
Yeah, get on Twitter, tweet at everyone you know, everyone on MVP, everyone on FXO. Give them those cheers and support them. But this has been such a crazy day of matches.
Yeah, but send something to cheer up DRG. Losing, this can break a man.
It really can, man. He is gonna. I mean, he's not gonna need therapy after this, but he's definitely gonna have to sit down
and
think.
vacation.
That's what he needs, man.
Guys, what a series! What a semi-final! We've seen 9 maps out of these 2 teams, and wow! Oh my god! The last game, Lenok against DRG, and I can't believe how DRG feels right now. Of course, FXO, they are happy, they are celebrating, but I feel so sorry and sad for DRG now.
Let's see what Lenok has to say about his win.
Here we have him. Oh god, unbelievable! What a great performance by Lenok today. So you kept your promise. You brought your team to the finals. That's the one thing that Hannah just said, and let's see what Lenok is going to say about this game. Originally, he wasn't actually planned to be the last player, but yesterday when he practiced, he felt that he had the chance to play as an ace gamer. So he asked the coach to actually change the lineup to put him as the last player, and it played out well today.
And it certainly did, man.
Yeah, and it just shows how this team works. If one of them really feels up to the challenge. Last time it was Lucky who said, guys, I don't feel ready today. Don't put me into the lineup. And today was Lenok just wanting to play the last one. But he just said that every single one in the FXO team is practicing like crazy right now. They are practicing so hard, and the atmosphere in the team is awesome. So that helps him, and of course the entire team a lot in these matches. They lost against TSL. They really hope that TSL is going to win against Slayers because they want to face TSL again. They want to face them in the finals at Busan.
They want to get that revenge. It's always a good story to hear.
네, 마지막으로 결승전 각오 한마디 들어볼게요.
He's thinking of his parents right now, first, and that's quite touching actually. Says thank you to them.
네, 알겠습니다. 결승전 기대하도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네, 그리고 이영훈
He's going to practice really hard for the rest of the week and is going to prepare for the finals, as is the whole FXO team, of course. Here we have it, the coach Choya.
어떠세요?
Tears of joy.
You know, Choya not being cocky this season at all, just saying it like it is, being a great coach, a gregreat mentor to his players. I really think he's done such a great job, and it really shows.
Yeah. In the final match, the build of Lino was not really favoring him. Mules against the Infestors. They actually thought that he might lose here, but Lino played a very good macro game and was able to win.
결승 확정됐을 때 어떤 사람이 가장 먼저 떠오르던가요?
부모님이 제일 먼저 생각나고 아마 마음 졸이셔가지고 또 끄셨을 거예요. 맨날 보시다가 지고 있으면 맨날 끄신다고.
Also, the first person that came up to mind for him
저희 팀 경기 비롯해서 제 경기까지
was his parents as well.
근데 어쨌든 제가 이기면 이제 바로 전화 드릴 건데.
His parents might have just actually turned the TV off because they were so nervous in the finals. He's a very, very young coach, so his parents helped him a lot and encouraged him in order to fulfill his role. And I have to say that just the way he acted this season, he definitely deserves this spot and makes good on it.
And he said, you know, he feels proud. He feels like he's made his parents proud today. And it really goes to show that behind FXOpen, there's a lot of family importance here, and this is a really important value in Korea. Wow, they plan on bringing their teammates, parents, all to the finals to Busan, and the sponsors as well. That's just cool to hear, knowing that all the families will be watching there. You know, everybody knows that sometimes parents don't always understand what their children do and grow up to become, but this is awesome to know that they're supporting them and so close to them in this.
He didn't want to give any pressure to his teammates and told them, when we lose, it's okay. We actually practiced hard enough. We can be proud of ourselves and we can prove ourselves today. But if we lose, it's okay. But he's of course very happy and very, very proud of his team and happy that they won.
What a crazy day of matches, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was. I mean, I know usually I say things like what a crazy day of matches or what a great day of matches, but today I don't think I have cast anything quite like this before. I felt like it was the perfect storm of what makes an epic series. Yeah. Storylines, best of 9, snipings, cannon rushes, late game PvZ with motherships and neurals.
Exactly, all these games. I mean, the last match that makes you kind of forget of what crazy games we had so far. It's not only about the matches that Lenok played, but if you remember the PvP that we have with the cannon rush between Tia and Tails, this was also such a great thing and such an ingenious move of MVP to use exactly this strategy to take down a Protoss player they knew was just gaining a lot of momentum here. And we're having another quick look at the match results of the day and how this exactly played out.
Yep, here they are starting things off. Keen took out Whale, but Lucky took him out in return. Finale came out, took out Lucky and Gumiho. Things started to look a little bit desperate for FXO, but then they sent out Tier.
Exactly, and Tia was able to take down Finale. Lost to Tails with this great snipe, but Lenok up to the task. He was the one player who brought them back into the match, defeating Tails, Lure, and DRG.
Now our final match will be in Haeundae at Busan. It's going to be FXO versus whoever wins tomorrow, which is going to be either TSL or Slayers.
Of course, tomorrow on Saturday, as usual at the weekend, we are starting a little bit early. We are starting 4 hours early with our team match.
Yep, it's going to be at 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time, so a little bit earlier. Make sure that if you normally have to stay up late to watch, or you decide to watch the VODs, that you take this opportunity to watch this semifinal in the morning or watch it live wherever you are. Take that opportunity. Tell your friends about it as well. Make sure everybody gets watching this, because it is going to be, I think, perhaps just as epic as what we saw today.
Exactly. This is going to be crazy. TSL against Slayer is going to be a great, great team match. And of course, both of them want to go to Busan. Today we found out that FXO will be the one team advancing over MVP. And who's it going to be tomorrow? It's going to be really close. A lot of diversity in the Slayers lineup. A lot of very, very strong players. TSL, of course, a team that you should never underestimate, especially with the strong Zerg players that they have in the roster.
By the way, notice that on the screen we have the World Championship Korean preliminaries will be from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be on Sunday and Monday. We're going to have Kespa versus GOM players for the first time broadcast as their names are shown. Everyone knows who they are. The brackets have actually already been released on leveltory.com. I actually retweeted that what Yuta tweeted earlier, the Ethan On, the Leveltory editor and manager. He has already posted the brackets, so if you're interested, curious to see who those players are, who's going to match possibly against who, go look those up.
Yeah, exactly. Those games will be crazy. We'll be here on Sunday and on Monday for probably roughly 6 to 8 or even 10 hours. We'll find out. This is it for today, though, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the show. The GSTL with semifinals are continuing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Don't miss it. TSL is up against Slayer. It's going to be a great match. Well, I hope that you have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I hope time won't forget